I'm here. I was sending out last minute text messages. Thank you, Mr. Marcus, for being here. I'm Carla Starr, program director, and you do have a wonderful voice. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So everybody, thank you so much for joining us for the last Friday speaker series of the school year. Unbelievable that we're already here, but we're very excited to have you and very excited to have with us Mr. Marcus Reid. Marcus Reid is a unique, multi-talented rapper, singer, and dancer, striving to be a positive influence for the next generation of artists and entertainers by providing influential songs and creative performances for all ages and audiences. His energy, passion, and professionalism for his craft is displayed in every performance. He's been creating music for more than 15 years, written more than 35 songs, and delivered more than 70 performances in Pennsylvania and neighboring states. Marcus infuses the skill of a rapper with the message of a mentor in his philosophical lyrics about life experiences, his perspectives for today's culture, youth mentoring and empowerment, and his vision for positive hip hop. What is positive hip hop? It's hip hop music with clean, non-explicit lyrics that convey love, respect, peace, and unity for all people. And it is a better way for artists to collaborate, build relationships, and eventually jobs and careers in the arts or music and entertainment. Positive hip hop also promotes youth mentoring, character building, education, family values, community engagement, and charity. Lyrics are the main ingredient for positive hip hop music. Marcus is seeking like-minded beat makers, producers, promoters, graphic designers, artists, lyricists, songwriters, videographers, choreographers, dancers, entrepreneurs, and community advocates to collaborate with and build a positive team that will add value to the hip-hop culture. With no further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to pass along the stage to Mr. Marcus Reid.
Thank you, Jeremy, for the introduction. But everything he said is exactly what I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to share. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. We all know that this world that we live in and everything that's going around in the city of Pittsburgh, I mean, just where we are in this world, we could use some positivity. We could use some encouragement. We could use some just help for those that are struggling, right? Mental health, we talked about that. Me and Jeremy talked about that. So there's a lot of important topics, and I want to start out with to show you the level where I'm at with my music and what 15 years, 20 years of being in this industry kind of produces as you continue to work on your craft. So as I always do, I start with welcome to my show, let you know what I'm about and what 2 hours with me or 1 hour with me would get when it's time to perform and spread my message. So let's get that rolling. I got my music track. I got all my things for me. So take a sip of water and you guys sit back, enjoy. Welcome to my show. I think Jeremy has lyric sheets. So hopefully you got those so you can follow along with the lyrics as I go along. And we will have I like to say the chorus part, we got some my background vocals in there. So just sit back, enjoy, and let's get this going. Yeah. Got it, Jeremy? We good? Yeah. I've been waiting long time, y'all. Huh. Yeah. Give me a stage, give me a mic, give me the music, the beat I like. I promise to light your heart on fire with a show that blows like dynamite. Ever since my mind has been as innocent as a kid on the fence. Back in the days, and thrown away. To my surprise, enjoyed the ride. I felt no resistance, acceptance that's commission. Felt the need for speed, so put the key in the ignition. No more statics, automatics. I fabricate the flow, put the pen into the paper, baby. Welcome to my show. Yes, bless. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Marcus Reid and Friends Show, and I'm your host. Yo, CJ, yo, CJ, huh, yeah. I've been waiting, y'all. Huh, y'all ready? Like all of a sudden the beat isn't covered, the rumble of thunder that's roaring up under. Under the clouds is casting down to the ground, I'm packing the sound. Like every second my mind is intended, a lyrical weapon it ever with message to pack with the essence of passion and love for peace on the earth this last and found. I'm ready to impress, made for the rest. Never criticize, always optimize. I'm searching for the prize. It's a gift from the man with a plan who understands where we stand and exist. I rap, sing, dance, man. I'm taking up my chance, man. I'm repping for my fan, man. Supplying the demand. I rap, sing, dance, man. I'm taking up my chance, man. I'm repping for my fan, man. Supplying the demand. Let's get it. Yeah. I'm repping for my fan, man. Let's get it. Yeah. Huh. Woo. We're gonna let this marinate. School to career. Jeremy. Future career makers. It's what it's about, y'all. Making some music. Yeah. Bringing people together. Teaching these youth, next generation. Like all of a sudden, damn. What? I like this feeling right here. Let's go. Like all of a sudden the beat isn't covered, the rumble of thunder that's roaring up under the clouds is casting down to the ground, I'm packing the sound. Like every second my mind is angelic, a lyrical weapon, it ever a message it packed with the essence of passion and love for peace and the third that's last and found. For peace on earth that's lost and found, yeah. What? Man, an elevated flow. And I've been waiting, anticipating. Now welcome to my show. That's it, man. So
Awesome.
thank you. Thank you.
Even my dogs are barking their applause.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, so I just want to kick that off with that. And let me see if I can adjust this because I want you guys to be able to see me and I want to see you. I got some things on the floor here. But yeah, I have an agenda, things I want to talk about. Everything in the song, what I do with my 15 years, I'm going to talk about just who I am in a second. I think, you know what, this song, there's so much to talk about in this song, but let's start there. Let me just start with who I am. And so my name's Marcus Reid. I am a husband. I am a father. I'm a son, and I'm a grandson. And the reason I say those different categories of who I am, because each one of those categories represents a different way of experience of life that I have to appreciate and respect where I came from and then where I am now and where I've gone. So just starting with the husband, my wife is Rachel Reid. We got married 1/10/15. We've been together almost 10 years now. We've been married for going on 6. And she's over here videotaping and getting that down. And we're here in our apartment. We've got a new space here. We have 3 kids, 3 girls, 3 girls, 16, Gianna. We got Isabella is 13 and Nadia is 10. And you know, that's my family. That's the 5 of us. So as a husband, you know, that her love for me means a lot to me. The marriage vows that we took means a lot to me. And those are some of the foundations. I didn't even get to the son and grandson, but just those foundations right there is me being a husband, being a Black man in America. You know, my wife is Caucasian, so we have a blended family. So our kids are blended as well in terms of coming together as one family. So I understand the dynamics of stepmom, stepdad, all those challenges that go through that. And so those are parts that have made me who I am, to give me a stability. We are Christians. Spiritual is our faith rock. You know, we've done a lot of church things and a lot of ways of that way. I'm an open man to different beliefs. I think everybody needs to find themselves and find where they want to be spiritually and just regularly as a human being and a citizen. And then moving on to the father, you know, the kids are great. I mean, any parents out there that are on the call, any you students I know that, you know, you aren't there yet when you get older, but I mean, being a father, you know, is one of the great blessings of life. So if you have the opportunity to do it, make sure you do it. It'll give you more of your heart than you thought you could ever give. Being a son, my dad, you know, my mom, you know, raising me and showing me the values of being married as long as they could, you know, they stayed together until I have an older brother. He's 4 years older than me. His name's Michael. And so growing up, I thought my parents, like, there was no fights, never anything I knew of them. And then all of a sudden I'm 18, I'm about to graduate high school. And, you know, my mom's like, hey, we're getting a divorce. And I'm thinking, wow, you're getting a divorce? Where did that come from? Because what you've shown me and my brother is just, everything's great, you know? But they was like, you know, we wanted to wait until you two were out of high school, you know, get you old enough to kind of be able to make your own decisions, do different things and be on your own feet. You know, so that just being a father now, you know, you put all that into perspective and kind of just think about where you come from. Growing up, my parents separated, but, you know, you still find a way to have a family and want to make sure that we stay together, me and my wife and our kids, and understanding how important that a family structure, long as at least two parents in the house, right? You know, we have a lot of absent parents and things like that we need to address. So being a son, my parents, they showed me just, you know, what it looks like to grow up. I was fortunate of where I grew up, Natrona Heights, Pennsylvania. If anybody's familiar with that area, I went to Highlands.
Say that one more time. Where did
Natrona Heights.
Natrona Heights.
Yeah. Yep. And so I went to Highlands, which is the high school there. So I had a good upbringing, which is good. They showed me what I needed to see, you know, and then I went off to college, went to the University of Pittsburgh. I majored in business at my first year out of high school. I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do when I got to college. I got accepted to the University of Pittsburgh, which was great. And then it was kind of deciding what do I want to do for my career wise. I landed on business and a minor in music. I took class poetry. I took basic piano. I took American literature courses, and met a lot of my peers in college helped me link up with other singers and different, you know, guitarists and musicians, and that kind of helped me find my way. And I started kind of writing songs and working on my own poetry to turn into songs in my dorm room. And then kind of just met, you know, I was like, you know what, as I started writing things down, I started to see I have things to say that are my own words of my own experience. And that's kind of when it started, you know, mid-20s, 21, 22, started writing songs, and it kind of just, you know, went from there. So being a grandson, last piece before I jump on to the talents and stuff. I always say my grandmother, growing up, her ability, I would always say when I started writing songs and knew that I would be performing songs out into the public, I always say, and I still say to this day, that whatever I'm saying or speaking, is it okay for my grandmother to listen to it? If it's okay for my grandmother to listen to it, then it's okay for every other person age. It does not matter. And that is my structure. That is my goal. That is what I believe in. And I will not change from that. As I know, as I move further in this music industry, I have core beliefs that I stick to and I will stay true. And that is who I am. And that's who my wife is. And that's who I want. I want others to know that you need to be yourself and don't give into this world out here in the social media that you may see. Be who you are. And that is what is going to make you unique and is going to make you shine among other people. My talents. I've been humbly blessed with musical people on my mom's side of the family, and just growing up with them singing in the choir at church, and and just having the ability to sing and write songs and rap, and dance. I mean, just growing up with the family and seeing that and just having those skills inside of me. It really comes down to then once you find your talents, and that's what's great is I want to talk to you high school kids and Jeremy, can you tell me who's on the call? What type of age groups do I have that I'm talking to?
All high schoolers here.
Okay. So 9th grade through seniors?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
freshman.
actually we do. Yeah. Or
right.
Juniors. Nicoya is junior, right? Yeah. So
Junior.
yeah,
Wait,
9 through 11.
Okay. Roughly how many do we have on the call?
We had 3 on right now. We had a couple who got kicked off because of internet
Yeah.
issues and will be coming back. So
Okay, that's all right. I always say you got to start somewhere. So creating music, I'm looking at my hobbies. I went over my resume. So after college, I went for 2 years at Pitt, and then I decided, I was like, you know what? A lot of my friends that are graduating from college, they're doing jobs, but they're not in the fields that they just paid a lot of money for their degree. And so I'm 2 years in and I'm thinking like, whoa, I don't want that to happen to me. I'm thinking like, why should I pay all this money if I'm going to then do that? So I thought an opportunity during the summer between my first 2 years is I decided to check into the working world. And like I went to, there was a bank inside of a Giant Eagle in New Kensington, and I made this in my mind because at this time, it's my second year in college. I have a 3.1 grade point average. I was studying hard, getting my grades. At college, to me, I thought I'm paying this money. I know my parents might have got the loan out, but I'm going to have to pay this money back in a few years, that I'm not going to waste my money on excessive partying, excessive things. Of course, I'm free. I'm going to have some fun, but you manage it and you say, you know what, you do your work and then you just put that time for play. So that was my focus in the 2 years. So, and I'm not a brilliant, intelligent mind. Like I have to work for my grades. I have to study, I have to write notes, I have to take, go see tutors if I need to, but I did what I had to do to get it done. And I have a 3.1 grade point average now. But I'm like a senior. It's so funny because I've, after my second year right on campus, that's when the one summer I was like, you know what? Even though my dad was a little mad about it, I was like, Dad, I'm going to go if I can find a job in this summer between the next semester, and it's good, I'm going to take it. And I went and applied to the bank because I said, hey, that's a bank. They have a lot of money in there. So I think I just want to learn how the money works in our world. And so I applied. The interview, they was like, wow, you got all this energy. You're coming right out of college. You've only been to 2 years. Yeah, we'll give you a job. And then they gave me a job and it was for salary was like 18,000. And we're talking like 15 years ago. And I took that home to my mom and dad. I'm like, yo, look, I got this job. I'm about to make a bunch of money, 18 grand. That's so much. So it was just funny. It was my first job. I took it, I accepted it. And I kind of can't put school on the back burner. And I said, you know what, Dad, they have a tuition reimbursement that I can go to school. I can work, I can buy my own car, get my own stuff, and then have them pay for the next years of my schooling. And that's what I did for the next, several years, off and on, this and that, exit side. I had, my ex got pregnant and I had a baby at 2003. So while I'm in the midst of getting my schoolwork done and working, I become a father, right? And so now that kind of puts some brakes on my goals, and I have to focus on my child, so that changes, and it adds a lot of challenges, but it's life, we go through these things, and we push forward. So it's 4:28. I want to make sure I stick to my time and make sure I get to I have 2 more songs for you guys that I want to get to. So enough about me. I'm going to say one more thing. I'm going to say I like solving problems. Currently, I work at PNC Bank. So literally, I've been in banking since 2003. Literally, I've been in banking for 17 some years. I work at PNC downtown. So there's a lot in my business career that I did, and we could talk about that another time. But I want to hear from the people that are on the call. So we got 3 or 4 people. That's cool. Now, where are you guys from? Are you any musicians? Anybody brave enough to just talk to me a little bit and tell me what's on your mind?
My name is Trinity. I'm 15 and I want to be a neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon? Nice. Yep. That's what's up.
And I go to Pratt Milan.
Anybody else want to share?
Hello. I know I came in a little bit late, but I am McQuay. I'm 17 years old. I go to Urban Pathways. I'm a junior, about to be a senior. It's about time. But I want to go into film. I'm not really sure which particular area, but I think that's where I'm heading for.
Did you say sales?
Film.
Film. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. That's because as I go into the music industry, as you can see, like videography, different things like that, it all comes when you want to do the whole package. Some artists may just want to sing, some may just want to do that, but I'm trying to do the whole package. Michael Jackson's one of my all-time favorite inspiration, and just to be a complete entertainer, so you need that kind of filming side of it. You need people behind the scenes with the videos and all that good stuff. So I have a lot of that underway, just in plans as well. So before I get back to talking more, anybody else have anything you want to say on that piece, or just say hello? If not, I have a couple other questions and things. Everybody good? All right, so I wanted to know where you're from. Somewhere on the call we got, is anybody, because I'm from Natrona Heights, been in Pittsburgh, in Verona now.
I'm from the Hill District.
From the Hill District?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys know a Community Empowerment Association? Anybody heard of that? It's in Wilkinsburg. It used to be years ago. No? So if some of the questions I have, we talked about.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is DeLeo still open from where you're from?
DeLeo's?
Yeah.
No, they closed, but I went there a lot in Brackenridge.
Cool.
Yep. I used to walk by that place when I was coming from like middle school. So like 6th grade, 5th grade, I'd walk because my grandparents live over that way. That's crazy. Small world. So career interests. Anybody have? So how about this question? If you were given $1 million tomorrow, what would be the first thing you would do with it? I see Trinity. I'll ask you.
Student loans. Oh, sorry. That was okay.
Go ahead, Jeremy. What'd you say?
I said student loans.
You'd pay off your student loans?
I would. How much money was it?
$1 million.
I would buy my mom a house and save some. I would buy my mom a house and a bakery, and I would put the rest towards college and my own future business.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's smart thinking. So yeah, that's the other question I have. And so
I want to hear Nkoye's answer to this
go
question.
ahead.
Nkoye, man, what would you do with $1 million tomorrow?
I was actually preparing for this. It's so what I would do is I would invest it through small businesses and just let it grow over the years and just keep making more money off of it and still go to college and stuff. And I'll just have to pay my student loans naturally. And so by the time I got out of college, I should just be able to pay it off from my investments.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. They would call like a passive income. We were talking about ways that you're not trading time for money. So I'm a very studious person, like in terms of business and the understandings of processes in corporate world, since I've been in that world for 17 some years. I've been an entrepreneur is huge on my heart. I've been wanting to run my own company for 20 some years. So me and the wife are now have an opportunity to start a foundation, a 501c3. I have a mentor that I'll be working with that has a successful nonprofit here in Oakmont that we're going to be working with in the next couple of weeks to take care of my financials. I have some grant writing going on that I'll be applying for some grants. There's a moonshot grant out there right now that I have some friends, so I'll be applying for that for the August deadline to get the capital, because I want to have a space here in the area to do a lot of the music things and entertainment in these different spaces for different workshops. I have a songwriting workshop that I want to work on. Film, you mentioned, different video stuff. We'll have a space for that. So pretty much anything arts related. But it'll be nice because it'll be my, it'll be me and my wife's vision of what we think it should be within the city with positive hip hop being kind of like one of the themes or staples. So I'm excited for that. So yes, there's a lot of things coming. This is kind of like, I feel my first coming out over about years of kind of being in the studio and working on my album and getting it ready and prepping. So yeah, it feels good as we come out of the post-COVID and people start to get and mingle again, live shows start coming back. So be sure you will see me more. Me and Jeremy have things to talk about, things to do. I will not be a stranger. Now you have my information. So I network on the Remake Learning. I got a page on there. We're working on my Facebook page, the Instagram, the whole social media. So in a couple months, it will not be hard to find out where Marcus Reid is and what he's up to. You just go to Facebook and all those links. Yeah, real estate's a big thing. My wife's in real estate, and we're looking to do some things in real estate as well. Ways of, you said about businesses and putting money into businesses if you had $1 million, stuff like that. We're trying to get the resources to reallocate, to put money back into small businesses, back into communities that are underserved, frankly, and do that with sincerity and with a movement. I don't know if anybody knows Tim Tebow or has been following anything about Tim Tebow. But the things that he stands for, the things that he's pushing, human trafficking, different things, there's some serious things happening in this world that we need to be aware of. So just think of, if you heard of Tim Tebow, his drive of the way he pushes things, the way that he goes after things, that's the way I go after things. Once I'm committed to something and I see the vision and, I'm trying to part the seas, I go at it 100%. And so you will see more of me, you will hear more of me. And with that being said, I want to get into the next song that I feel, it's called The Little Drummer Boy. You guys have the lyric sheets. Before I go into that, Jeremy, do you have any thing to say before I jump into another song?
No, I'm amped. I'm excited. Just put the lyrics in for Little Drummer Boy. So if anyone wants to take a look and follow along, because the lyrics are just so important, open that up, just click and open, and you can follow right along, Mr. Marcus.
So the little drummer boy, wow. Just to give you a little background on it. Wow. So has anybody been bullied in school? And if you don't want to say so, you can just know that, I've been bullied in school for a small period of time. I can remember it pretty vividly, ninth grade, walking through my halls at school, older kids, calling names and saying different things. So this is kind of a song like geared towards me as being, back, younger days in middle school, and then kind of moving towards when you kind of get that vision, you get that mindset, and you in the classroom, the teachers kind of, you go in the classroom and they're just like, the teacher starts talking about things that are just like, oh, wow. It makes your mind start thinking, or they hit something that you like to talk about, or you understand, you're like, wow, you're starting to learn things, you're starting to think for yourself. But you may still have that bully in the background. You may still have that peer pressure that comes in the hallways from different people, social media, peer pressure coming at you. And maybe you don't know what to do. You don't know how to, rise above that. So this is kind of a song going back there to my days then, to where I'm at now, and my vision and the mission that I am on, and literally what I'm asking for at this time, as well as with the schools and everything. So I am excited. For no further ado, let me get my chair out of the way. Is anybody thirsty? Anybody thirsty? I'm a little thirsty. I'm gonna have some water. It's lovely what technology can do when it works, right? Everything's good, man. I can play my jam right from my phone and my little beat maker here, little speaker. All right, y'all, let's get this. How you feeling, Jeremy? Can you hear it? You good? Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Let me tell you a story about a little drummer boy. He came from the north and he liked to play with toys. He knew from the start he would have to make the climb to the top of the ladder, but he wasn't even 9 years old in his soul, focused on the glow. Just like Bruce Lee, boy, searching in his soul for the power and the passion, the yield everlasting. He watched it in the movie, it was called The Last Dragon. Now it's clicking, the beat drop dripping. Now I got the vision, and I got the mission. You wanna ride along, better get in where you fit in, cause I ain't slowing down this train of intuition. It's flying off my mind, it's flying off the rails. It's soon to be for sale. Now I'm sending in the mail all my writings to you, so the legend can prevail. I'm about this little drummer boy, bringing you a pail of water. You thirsty? Huh. Let me quench your thirst as the beat gets soaking wet in my set as I salivate the verse. Never do my eyes underestimate the lies of the lost their way, cause they race for the prize. Ever secular, raise a regular, always afraid of her, never had the nerve to ask her out. He hesitated, then she struck him out. Investigated, but could figure it out. Why is he in the land of the free, going up in the same time so digitally? Advanced at first glance, but looks a little closer. Life's more complicated, hoping not to go up like a... What? Huh? Yeah. Fears from his peers that bring on the pressure. Bullies in the hallways looking for the rest. Those who are meek are humble in their speech, so they can try to derive or marginalize the weak, but soon to be. As he makes it to his class, soon the teacher starts teaching. As he makes the old class new to the tune of intelligence, offer up betterment. And now it all makes sense. The bully is irrelevant. Yeah, the bully is irrelevant. Adios, ta-ta. They say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And sooner or later, they be scared of the dark. And all these things has become a part of them. Oh, the powers that be, let us overcome them. Let us eat together so we can be together. And if we be together, then we can see together. Then our seeds forever, the planet on solid ground. Come and check me out, get the lost and found, cause I need beat makers, I need street shakers, I need a front line and then a back nine. I need producers and with the sutures. And so this remix and turn it to a feature on my next CD called TRM3. I'm a beast in its beauty and I need set free. MARCUSREID. Arriving on the scene, now back to my story. That yeah. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, where you at? Yeah. Now it's cooking, the beat drop dripping, and now I got the vision, and I got the mission. You wanna ride on, better get in where you fitting, cause I ain't slowing down this train of intuition. It's flying off my mind, it's flying off the rails, and soon it'll be for sale. I'm sending in the mail, know my writings to you, so the legend can't prevail. I'm about to sit a drum bar, bringing you a pail of water. You thirsty yet? Check it.
Love it.
Amazing. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, and I love that I don't have to say more. I just say my words. I write songs and that's who I am. That's what I believe in. You don't have to sugarcoat it. So when you hear me, you're gonna know how I feel, what I am about, and I want you guys to know that I'm here for the community. I'm here for the voices that are not being heard. It's literally that simple. I see things happening every day, and me and my wife, we talk about it day in and day out. Like, when are we going to be able to figure it out and solve some of these human problems? Just like the heart and just the mind of people just not being able to just share love and just don't you want to go to that time where you could walk outside and like in the summertime and your neighbors are just like, hey, what's going on? Oh, you need some water, you need some food, oh, come on in. And like families are just, kids are just growing and everybody's just enjoying it, Instead of today, we go outside and we're like suspect of who's walking down the street, suspect of, is that person going to say something to me or is that going to do something to me? I got to lock my door, make sure that, the kids are safe. Like, it just, I don't know what, there's a better way. There's a better way. There's a better way. And so I'm wanting to do that, wanting to give myself and my wife wants to give our time and efforts towards that cause. I appreciate this time. I said empowerment is another thing on my list, empowerment. I want to empower the young folks because you guys are the next generation. You guys are the ones that are going to be graduating high school and be going to college and making decisions. So I want to make sure that we're investing our time and our experience and our wisdom into you kids so you kids can take it and run with it, yeah, that's what I want to do. I can't wait to get started. I was telling Jeremy, I said, because he was talking about he had some people that work really hard that he knew on a short list. And I told him, I said, well, now you met me because I usually when I tell people the things I do in a day or in a week, they'd be like, man, I'm already tired and I didn't even do it. You know what I mean? Like, I just always had this energy. I had a lot of things on my plate and always juggling different things. And so for me to just get started, and it's kind of like they say something, once you give somebody that, with a drive and a passion, you give them a little bit of money, you give them a little bit of stability. And I mean, the sky's the limit. And that's just what things are happening in my life, which I'm very graced and blessed to be able to do that. What's our time check? 4:47. I have one more song that I want to do. Jeremy, do you have anything else before I jump to that and wrap it up?
I don't. I just want to say, another thank you very much for being here. Thank you to Armani, Trinity, and Nkoye for being here on a beautiful day outside on a Friday at the end of the school year. We really appreciate y'all spending your afternoon with us. And like Mr. Marcus said, this is very likely not the last time you will see him. So it will not be a goodbye. It will be a see you later. But yes, please keep an eye out for everything we have coming up. And thank you again. And Mr. Marcus, I am very excited to hear this last jam.
I am too. I feel like I've been at a concert. This is the first one since before COVID. So thank you. This has just blessed me so much. You are so incredibly talented. The dance moves, me and my chair was going, had my little lighter up, like I was at the arena.
Okay.
But this is incredible. I mean, if we have had a lot of these Friday sessions and they just get better and better, but I think ending our school year with you is phenomenal. This is just amazing to have this type of concert, this type of live entertainment. You are amazing. So as a program director, wonderful job, Jeremy, but Marcus, you are everything. So I know I'll be watching out, looking, I'm on Facebook. I don't know if our kids are, but I'll be following you once that social media platform gets started. So thank you and congratulations for Positive Hip Hop and the project that you're embarking upon. That's no small feat. And if there's anything we can do, I've been with School to Career for 20 years this July. So if there's anything as far as nonprofit management or any of that, I think, if I can't assist you, I definitely know somebody that can. So use us as a resource as well. Please know that.
Thank you.
I don't say things that I don't mean. Jeremy will test. I definitely will stand behind that. You can call us anytime. My phone rings 24/7. The School to Career line does not go off. It rings to my personal number. So if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Okay. Thank you. I will. Awesome. All right, Jeremy. So what's up? You ready to do this last jam?
Born ready, sir.
All right. So check this out. Do you guys you remember the students on the line, do you know about a radio and a tape deck? Are you guys familiar? Are they familiar with that? Let me know.
No,
Somebody tell me if you're Trinity.
I'm not.
Oh, wow.
There's a tape deck behind me, Trinity, in the picture. That's a tape. You haven't seen those before?
Oh no, yeah, I have in my grandma's house. She had the TV that had the little tape. You could put the tapes in there. The TV.
I feel real old, Trinity.
But they were taped.
Oh, right. Tell me about it.
You know what? I'm gonna start drafting up my will right now, just in case. Buy a plot in a cemetery. I'm already there.
So a radio. It has a tape deck, and there's a side A and there's a side B. And that's how we did the music back in the day. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. And so
and heaven forbid you're taping something, you get to the end of side A. Oh no, let me see how quick I can flip this around. I don't want to miss it. There's like a 15-second gap and a 2-minute.
Yeah. So what I've been working on over the last 4 or 5 years, maybe a little longer, it's called a Reid mix CD. So Reid mix, my last name, R-E-I-D mix. Because I didn't have the money or I didn't have the resource to get the quality beats that I needed. So the commercial beats on the radio, I loved a lot of them. So I'd go on iTunes and I'd find, the instrumental, buy that for like $2, $3, and boom, and just lay my song over top of it. And then to eventually, now I'm working in the studio. I got my studio guy lined up at the church. He's actually my worship leader in my church. And I'm also going to be doing a Christian album, just so you know. I'm working on that as well. So the remix, you guys heard the song Up by Cardi B?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this is my remix to that.
Miss Carla.
And it's an instrumental. So This song, wow, there's so much to this song. I'm looking at my time, we're good. So this song I have it labeled as, it's called Beat Town. Beat Town, BEAT-TOWN. Beat Town, in parentheses, never missing lane. So never missing lane. So basically I'm thinking of it, it's the future hip hop community. This is my vision with this song, is an area, a community of hip hoppers, you know, doing positive hip hop, doing different things. So never missing lane is kind of like a, you know, a boulevard or a lane, and Beat Town is the town. All right. Well, we're gonna get some old school here. You're gonna like this, Jeremy. Wow. All right. I think this is the most recent remix that I made. This song, I wrote this, I think it was 6 months ago or something like that. So it's my latest. It's my latest, and it won't be in the studio. We probably won't have this ready for probably like 6 months, I think. But you guys, so I'm telling you, because you guys getting a sneak peek, because no one else will probably hear this for a while, depending on what happens. It's called Beat Town, Never Missing Lane, with the upbeat from Cardi B instrumental. Let me start it. You ain't heard this yet, huh? Yeah. You hear that? Yeah. Body, we likes to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody with. Just the brothers who on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. Beat Town, never missing lane. I don't wanna miss, cause the name would have to change. I don't wanna slip when I come around the bend, feeling destiny's the win. Now let's watch the game begin. Tickety whacking is tickety tacking, a matter of fact it's backwards. So bringing it back and I'm feeling it stacking, I always attack with leopards. The way it's gotta be, so I'm picking up the slack. Put my tape in your deck, side A, press play. Huh. Yeah, press play. Ho! Yeah. Beat Town, never missing lane. I don't wanna miss, cause the name would have to change. I don't wanna slip when I come around the bend, feeling destiny's the win. Now let's watch the game again. Yeah. Paradigms in my mind, spend the time in the twine, deep in the beat. It's the pedigree I speak. Then I see younger me in the crowd, never loud underneath. Take a heat, but it's time for him to rise up. Yeah. It's time for him to rise up. Yeah. Woo. It's wickedy whacking, it's tickety tacking, a matter of fact it's backwards. I'm bringing it back and I'm feeling it stacking, I always attack with lovers, the way it's gotta be. So I'm picking up the slack, put my tape in the deck, side beat, let it be. Side beat, let it be. What? That's it on that one.
Woo! Let's have a hand for Mr. Marcus, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the time. I hope you can, listen to that, enjoy that. You got welcome to my show. You can see that the sound link. Jeremy got the links on SoundCloud. Where Did the Stars Come From is out there. I got an MLK, Martin Luther King song called Reliving the Dream that I wrote in 2008, 2009.
Oh, awesome.
So that's out there on the SoundCloud. There's a couple other tracks as well from back in the day. But yeah, so maybe around Martin Luther King time, we can pull that back out maybe next year and, for Black History Month and do something there.
That's
great.
Everybody,
yeah,
those
man.
links, the SoundCloud links are on Band. I sent them out a little bit prior so y'all could listen, but if you want to go back, I know I'm going to be having it blasting. And then was it Dr. Sax? Dr. Sax?
Oh, Dr. Sax Love.
Yeah, saxophone. Dr. Sax Love was another artist he got me onto. So my weekend playlist is going to be Mr. Marcus inspired for sure. So
awesome.
Can we have if not cameras on, microphones unmuted, big round of applause and thank you for Mr. Marcus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was just
Yeah.
awesome.
You are incredible. Really.
Thank you.
talented. I love that you're right here in the city, and Jeremy and I are going to start getting out and about, so we'll be stalking you somewhere.
Okay.
Let us know
Sounds
when you're
good.
performing. This is great. And
Yeah.
try to
You're
support-
welcome. The Lost and Found is a little small place in where's that in Penn Hills?
Yeah, I was going to say that's right up the street from my house.
Is it?
Yes.
The Lost and Found, that's where I started performing about 2 years ago. With
Really?
Sean and Shannon that own the place.
Yeah, because we went there one time for ice cream because when it
Yeah.
first opened, but I didn't know they had live entertainment. Are you going back anytime soon?
I am working on it. So as soon as I have a date, I will absolutely let you know.
Hey, Mr.
Absolutely,
Marcus,
that's-
you got my number. Let us know.
Yes.
We'll have a little school to career field trip.
Exactly.
right.
That I can almost walk. Really close.
Perfect.
Very close to my house. So yeah, definitely. We will definitely support you. You're multi-talented, and congratulations on everything that you and Mrs. Reid are doing and trying to do in the community. And like I said, I really mean, if there's something we can do, definitely reach out to us.
Okay.
Yeah,
I certainly will.
And I told you, Mr. Marcus, the first time that we spoke, that we don't do empty offers at School to
No.
Career. So you got my number. Don't ever hesitate to blow me up if you need anything.
Okay. Awesome, buddy. Awesome.
Awesome.
And I'll close in saying, we know that there is such a great need out there. And that's really what it comes down to. The kids need us. The kids simply need us.
Yeah.
And we need to do better for them. And that's what I'm offering to do. And so let's get to work. And yeah, let's do it. Well, let's enjoy the weekend. How about we do that?
Yes,
And then
enjoy the
maybe on
weekend.
Monday.
Yeah, was that good? We'll work on Monday. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll start on Monday.
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Marcus, I know you're going to be working all weekend because you never stop. So
That's
I will
right.
relax double time on your behalf.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Take care. Thank you.
All right. Take care. I'm out of here.
All right.
Thank
Peace
you
and
again.
love.
See
Till
ya.
next time.
Absolutely. See ya.
All right. Bye.
See ya.